Hello and welcome to What Parents Need to Know. I'm Cherie Gilbert. When your child starts kindergarten, they're beginning an educational journey that will shape their lives for the future. And although kindergarten is just the beginning, it's important that your child is prepared for school and the new expectations that come with it. Today, we'll get tips from a parent and two education professionals to help make sure your child is ready when they enter kindergarten. First up is Gail Ramsdell, Early Childhood Education Coordinator with the Pinellas County Schools.
So there's lots of little things really that parents can do to help prepare their child for kindergarten. One would be make sure that they contact the school and find out when the school is going to do an open house or a meet the teacher night so that they can take their child to the school, let them see the classroom, let them meet the teacher and talk with the teacher, walk around the campus. Even if a child's been to preschool, an elementary campus is much bigger. And so just having time to walk around the campus and see where things are, the media center, the cafeteria where they'll eat lunch, will help children become acclimated to the school campus. Some other little things that parents can do at home. One would be a couple weeks before school, start practicing that going to bed and getting up routine. And actually experts recommend at this age that children have 10 to 12 hours of sleep. So making sure that children are getting into that sleep pattern so that then when they start school they're prepared and ready to go. Helping children learn to manage their clothing. So if parents can help children become comfortable with just these little things, then they can focus on their learning. So making sure that children can do zippers and buttons and snaps and buckles and things. Sometimes that can create problems at bathroom time. Helping kids learn to work with containers if they're going to bring their lunch to school. So opening and closing little Tupperware containers and Ziploc bags. Practicing when they go to McDonald's, instead of the parent opening the milk or the juice, letting children start to do that, because even if they purchase a lunch from the school, they'll have to learn to manage those little things. So those little types of things, again, can really set the stage and help children feel confident and comfortable in school. A couple other things that parents can do to help their child feel comfortable in starting kindergarten. One would be thinking about how the child is going to go to and from school. If they're going to ride the bus, most teachers recommend that they ride the bus on the first day of school, and the parent can follow behind in the car and actually meet the child at school. Sometimes when parents start the year one way and then it changes, it confuses young children and then they're not sure what they're supposed to do at dismissal time. So starting with that bus riding routine right at the beginning is helpful. Another thing that parents can do to help children is on that first day, if children become upset, hug them and kiss them, tell you love them, and that you'll see them at the end of the day and leave. Most children will settle down once the parents leave, and the teacher can help them settle into the routine. Also, parents can ask their child's teacher for a 4-year-old flip book if they're currently in preschool. And this has lots of ideas for things parents can do, and also things that they can start to observe and notice if their child is already doing in order to prepare for kindergarten. And if they're currently not in preschool, they could contact our office and we would be happy to send them one.
To get a flip book or to contact the kindergarten office, call Gail at 588-6035. If you need information on kindergarten registration, check the district's website at www.pcsb.org/new. Now, let's hear from Katy Banull, a parent whose third child is entering kindergarten this year, and from Patty Lister with the Early Learning Coalition of Pinellas County.
One of the important things when getting my children ready for kindergarten would be making sure they're used to a structure. And that's certainly what school is going to be about, is a structure. They have a certain time when they're doing everything from eating to nap time to their instructional time. But again, if they're doing preschool and BPK, that's something that they're already used to.
Well, when I think about a child entering kindergarten, I think about their social and emotional development. It's very it's very stressful for a child when they're entering kindergarten, and we as parents get really excited about it, and we talk about it all the time, and it's very stressful for a child. So what I would suggest you do is take a child to the kindergarten classroom, do a visit if you can, so they can visualize where they're going, and take pictures if you can do that as well. There's also a lot of books on going to kindergarten that you can access from the library or online, that you can read books. It's always a good idea to read books to your children about things that are happening in their life. And actually I have a social story about I Go to Kindergarten that we created, and we suggest that you put your own child's pictures in and read them that, so they can just kind of ease the stress a little bit, get them an idea about where they're going. If you don't already have your child in a play experience, put them into a type of play experience with other children. Most children do go to child care nowadays, but some don't. Find a play group. Make sure that they can socialize with other children. Teach them empathy. Teach them how to take turns, how to problem solve. Can they toilet for themselves? Can they dress themselves? Can they, put their shoes on, zip up their jacket, button, things like that, that can help make them self-sufficient. There's things you can do at home within your daily routines that can help your children, like sorting through silverware. When you're putting the silverware away, let them sort it, or when they're setting the table for dinner, let them count out the plates and the cups and the silverware, and that kind of will get their reasoning and thinking skills going. And then when you're talking to your children, ask open-ended questions. What would you do if, or what happened when? Just get that conversation going. Children need to learn to have that conversation going back and forth. Also, reading to your children, but not just reading to them, let them read it back to you. Obviously not word for word, but let them retell you the story, so that we know that they're grasping the concept of that. So if people need more information, they can go to elcpinellas.net, and they can go through our website, and there's information for parents, there's information for providers, but all those things can bring you to tips that you can use to help your child meet their developmental milestones and move to their next step.
For more kindergarten preparedness tips, visit pcsb.org and enter kindergarten checklist and parent tips in the search box. And don't forget to visit the Early Learning Coalition's website at elcpinellas.net. Well, that's all the time we have for this installment of What Parents Need to Know. Remember, you can watch all of our episodes on our website at newsroom.pcsb.org. I'm Cherie Gilbert, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.